Hi. I think I'm alone here. It's just me talking to myself. Just me talking to myself. I knew this would happen, so I have some food to eat. This might be the whole live. Someone's here? I have someone here. Hi. Say hi. I don't know. I'm just figured this would be a sort of a Q&A or just chatting about whatever you want to talk about because it's really cold outside here. No, you didn't miss my live. It's happening right now, Catherine. It's just you and me. Oh, and someone else. We have another person here. What's up? Hey. How you doing, everybody? Where are you in the world right now? Are you here in the city? Are you somewhere else? Let me know. I'm eating some breakfast. Woohoo! I know. We are all, it's like the brunch. It's a brunch. You know, I'm one of those people that likes to wake up and have some water and then they're not hungry until later in the day. So I had some breakfast. Brooklyn. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you're here when it's so cold. Isn't it? Hasn't it been so freezing? I had a heated blanket on, like almost maxed out all night long. Because I almost said so hungry. No, I'm so cold. When I lived in Brooklyn, I didn't have like a heat that worked properly. And then when it did, it was just so loud. And she'd be like, crash, bang, blah. I'm like, why does this have to be such a thing? Like, why does having to be warm wake you up at night, you know? Philippines, oh my gosh. Oh, it's gotta be so warm there. I'm so jealous. Going to college in New York City. Amazing. Catherine, when are you moving to the city? Wow, that's really exciting. That's a huge move coming from Philippines to New York. Lazy Sunday. Last night was brutal. Yeah. Did you do anything fun? I know the whole Omicron wave has sort of died down a little bit, so which is nice. But still, like, it's scary to be outside a bit. Hissing radiators. Yep. That's the thing. Or has anyone ever had like a pole heat a room? Like I've had when I lived in the Lower East Side in like a shoebox, there was a pole in the corner of the room that would heat the whole room. And I'm like, who decided this was a good idea? Like this building must be really old because a pole to heat a room and you touch it and it's like burning hot. I just never thought that was a thing. I didn't know that was a thing until I moved here. July. Nice. Okay. So moving in July from the Philippines, that's a great idea because you won't have such like a weather shock. If you were to come now, it'd be like, oh my God, it's so cold. I don't know how cold it gets in the Philippines. I feel like it doesn't get too bad. I feel like it's just universally warm over there. Does anyone have coffee? My friend Stephanie got me this mug for my birthday, and it's my favorite thing. I also feel like I'm on a Zoom call right now. I got my background set up, got some lights. Y'all, I did some upgrades to my apartment, and because it's just the three of us here, I might as well just show you. Plus, I also cleaned. I had a heating pole in my bathroom. Yeah, so weird, right? It's just scorching hot. I mean, the bathrooms, it's nice to have a warm bathroom, but like, can't they heat it any other way? Oh, I see. It's rainy and cold in the Philippines. Damn, I'm sorry. I always thought it was like really nice weather over there. I got a mirror, y'all. You see that? Look, I can't point in the right way. Doesn't it look so good? I hung it by myself, and you know, I'm just really proud of myself. I think it adds a nice. I know. It feels like we're all just like on FaceTime, and I don't really know any of you that well, but hey, it's fun. And I got some lights. and in my bed. And you can't really see, I painted my walls a gray because I'm obsessed with gray. I think it goes with everything. It still adds a pop of something, but it's not like overwhelming. It's easy to match too. But I did paint it like a really disgusting blue before I landed on this gray because I had a week off of work in between Christmas and New Year's. And I just unplugged and I painted 3 coats of paint on my walls. I'm like unhinged. Yeah, you like it? Okay, good. Yeah, it's I don't know. I never would have thought I'd be a person to paint my walls gray, but here I am. What is the best neighborhood to live in? It depends on what you want. Like if you want to be like if you want to be where you see people post about on TikTok, and you want to be like Soho, West Village, East Village, even Financial District, or like Greenpoint, Brooklyn, Williamsburg. Those are really trendy places to live right now, but they're I mean, if you want the experience, you got to pay for it, basically. So rent is back to its normal prices. I feel like last time I went live was a really long time ago, but the prices were still pretty low, and that's how I got this place. If you didn't know, is from COVID prices. I think this studio actually they were going to raise my rent this year, but they didn't. And the landlord actually called me and and told me, so we're gonna, keep you at your normal rate for the first 6 months. And then the second 6 months, we're gonna raise it $200 a month. And I said, well, can I have a 6-month lease? Because I can't afford it any higher than it is now. And he was like, no, we don't have a 6-month lease. And I'm like, okay, well, let me get back to you and I'll just explore other options on places to live. Like I'm just ready to move out any second. Then he called me back and he was like, no, we're good. You can keep it at your normal price. It's fine. And I'm like, are you sure? You just told me that you wanted it higher and I can't pay for it. And that's fine. So, and then turns out like I end up keeping the same price. But initially this place was like $2,800 a month, which is ridiculous. I'm in the middle of Harlem. It's ridiculous pricing for a studio, but now I pay $1,450. I moved here 2 months ago from the West Coast. Oh, you wrote back a welcoming message. Oh yeah, Christine, I remember now. That's right. How are you liking it? Is it like what you thought it would be? Like how are you feeling with this city? Like, what's your experience so far? I want to know. Doesn't a lease lock in the price? Yeah, it does. But because I was renewing my lease basically. And so after the lease ends, they have the right to raise it like a certain percentage. It depends on what it says in your lease when you sign on to something to take a look at. But typically like rent prices go up after a year. And I was expecting that to be the case since I got this such a cheap price because of the COVID situation. So I guess they just like me enough to keep me on. Or they'd rather have like someone paying less than they want than no one paying at all, Yeah, it's so weird during Omicron. I completely agree. It feels like people aren't like fearful of going out and they're not fearful of moving here, which is amazing. But I don't know. It's a different vibe. It's a different vibe for sure. Like you still want to go out, but you're just like, I'm boosted, you're fully vaccinated. I don't know. It doesn't have the same vibe, which is good, but also people aren't necessarily being as safe and it's spreading and businesses aren't closing like they used to, which is furthering the spread. And I'm just like hoping this whole thing dies down quickly. Yeah, Street Easy. Yep. Street Easy is the best place to find an apartment from like a good apartment for the best price. And you can find like the brokers on Street Easy that you don't have to pay. Like the landlord hires the brokers to find the person instead of you hiring a broker or a real estate agent and having to pay them the percentage of your rent. Like it's way easier to just stumble upon one that the landlord already hired so you don't have to pay. Inexpensive though. I've been on Street Easy finding decent apartments less than $2,500. Yeah. I mean, if you can pay over $2,000 for a studio or 1 bedroom, there's options for you, definitely. I was just always in the range of less than $1,000 for rent for a long time. And then before, like a year before quarantine, I moved into South Williamsburg, and then I paid $1,200 for a room. And I was like, I think it's worth it for me to try to like find a studio now that everyone's leaving the city, and I can pay $1,450, like $250 more for my own space. I don't mind the commute. It's quarantine. I'm not going anywhere, so it was worth it to me. But yeah, it's super inexpensive for a studio, which, I mean, it depends on where you come from, right? Like, I don't know. People are used to different things, like I don't know, if you're used to paying like $300 a month, then $1,450 is going to be astronomical for a rent price. So, but yeah, it just depends on how you want to budget your own money and how you want to invest that. Do you see rents going back down anytime soon? Seems like it will stay this way until the end, until the end. I don't see prices going back down unless people really leave the city. So, and because Omicron, it didn't seem to have a severe effect on the people who are already vaccinated. People are like, it'll blow over quickly. I mean, you never know. Like, we didn't really know anything about this strain for a while, and we didn't know how people were going to react to it. We didn't know if we were going to have to shut all the way back down again. So as long as it keeps going how it's going, I don't see prices going down. Prices only went down because the rich folk were leaving the city and they wanted to continue to attract people. So if people are staying here and still want, like, see the value in the city that they want to live in, then prices will stay how they are, which kind of sucks. Finding south-facing lighting is difficult. Oh my God. And it's so important to have south-facing windows. I don't have that, and I miss it. I don't know how my plants are able to stay alive. Like, the only light I get in my apartment is reflecting off the building across from me into my apartment. And I think you have to pay for it too. Like, I want to believe that units that have south-facing lighting, they jack up those prices because they just know. Gold's a studio under $1,800. I think that's a completely realistic budget for a studio. I think with $1,800, you could get like Upper East Side studio. Not sure about like further downtown, or even like Brooklyn studios in a good like Brooklyn area. $1,800 is great. $1,800 is totally doable. Oh, let me take a coffee sip. Such a cozy Sunday, y'all. This is fun. Last time I went live, I was like, I'll only be live for like 20 minutes. I don't think anyone's going to show up. And sure enough, y'all show up and show out. I had 9 people watching right now. That is like 9 more than I thought would be on. So thanks for being here. Shoot me your questions. And it doesn't even have to be like New York related. We can just talk about anything. How's living in Harlem? I mean, I feel like I found a gem. I really do, because even the street that I live on is not safe. Harlem is not necessarily safe. And I'm not a fan of like gentrifying Harlem. I don't think anyone wants that. But I think, if you move to this part of the city, you shop at the local groceries and you support the community that way. And you can look into volunteering in your neighborhood, like always do that. But in terms of safety, I think it's gotten way worse. And I really don't have to walk a lot at nighttime, or I have like a Lyft fund. Like, I have this rule. I think I don't know where I saw this, but like no Ubers or Lyfts unless you're drunk. And that helps me. It makes me feel better if I have to get a Lyft because it's dark out and I don't want to feel safe walking at night. But yeah, it is so, it's not that great of an area. So eventually I would like to move out of this area once I can afford a bit more, like around the $1,800 price range. I think would be decent. And maybe I really would like to move to Greenpoint, Brooklyn. I really would. One of my best friends lives there. And Julie, if you're watching, hi. You're probably not, but yeah, Greenpoint has everything. Like, people who live in Greenpoint, they don't have to leave, and they have the fresh food, and they have like fresh bread and parks and activities and volunteering and bars. Like, they have everything there. Like, why even go into Manhattan? Fireside chat. Yeah, that's how this feels. How do you feel going back doing YouTube? I know you were looking for balance with work, personal content creation. That's a really nice question. Thanks for asking that. Yeah, I was, I feel like I'm sort of back on the route of struggling to put content out, which is why I wanted to do live again. But I'm still figuring out the balance, and I think a lot of it is me like needing to stop complaining about not having a balance and really just work hard to vocalize where I need more balance in my life. But content creation is really what I love. I mean, it's not even, I would say editing videos I love. I don't like being on camera that much, to be honest, but I like chatting with like people I don't know. I like having a sort of community like I see in the comments right now. Like I enjoy that. And if I'm the one to facilitate a community like that, then I think that benefits everybody. But that's why I do it. And so I'm still struggling trying to get videos out, but it's just the trajectory that I'm on right now. How real is it to sublet a room around $1,000 in Manhattan or Brooklyn? That's, I mean, a room in a 2 or 3 bedroom apartment. I think that's totally doable. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, again, it depends on what neighborhood, but I've definitely seen it. Less than $1,000 for a room, 100%. Especially in Brooklyn, I would say. If you want to go to Bushwick or even Harlem or Inwood, Washington Heights, there's so many options less than $1,000. There's a nice restaurant in Harlem that's nice to try out. Maison Harlem on 127th and St. Nicholas. No way. Thank you for the rec because I'm looking this up. I don't go out up here at all. And I really just go to and from work and I don't walk around that much and I don't like dine out here. But I'm sure there's a ton of amazing restaurants I don't even know. Hold on, I'm looking this up. 127th and where I lost you. In St. Nicholas. Mason. Yeah, who wants to go out to dinner? Ooh, okay. Wow, that looks great. Thanks for the recommendation. I'm screenshotting this. Thank you. Greenpoint is great. It's further down, but Prospect Lovers Garden is really close to a bunch of stuff, and Prospect Park has a really good deals. Yeah, definitely. Is that that's near the F and the Q train? Is that right? Or like the 2-3. I feel like Prospect Park would be amazing to live by, especially in the summer. Like especially if you're an outdoorsy person that still wants to live in the city. I feel like that's a great happy medium. Thank you, Christine. Yeah. Smile. Yay, happy face. Everyone who's looking for apartments room should check out Listing Project. Oh, cool. Okay. Let's look at that right now. Listing Project. I think I heard about that. Is that like the email chain that you get on that you sign up for and then they message you like the new listings? I think when I did this before, yeah, I've done this before, but it was a bit out of my price range, which is why I didn't find anything on it because I was looking for studios like for $1,200 and that doesn't exist. But yeah, I think it's a great one. Thank you, Christine. Yes, they have live music on most days too. Oh, at the Maison Harlem or whatever it's called. Oh, cool. Okay. What kind of live music? I feel like, I don't know, a little reggaeton or a little jazz. I think that sounds like fun. Anyone here like to go out dancing? Because I need more friends who like to go out dancing in the city. I love it so much. Oh, just to the east of the park too. Oh, okay. The 235 train. Yeah. Okay. We're on the same page, Christine. Love that. Yeah, for going out dancing, I feel like the new crowd that came in after after people started coming back to New York, it got like the crowd got a lot younger or I got a lot older. Like I like electronic music a lot and I went to see Tiesto for Halloween and then I went to see Takami, I think that's how you say his name, at Project 91 and I was like, I think I'm like 10 years older than everybody here. But I enjoy the music and I like to dance, so I was trying not to feel so bad about myself. But I'm like, dang, the crowd got so young. Okay, the Listing Project comes out every Wednesday. It's geared toward artists, creatives. It changes all the time. Cheaper stuff doesn't come up all the time, but sometimes. Okay, so I feel like that's a good hidden gem resource, absolutely, for finding some good. I feel like also that you have less likely of the listing project being scams. At least that's how I felt when I was signed up for it. Because it's by owner stuff too, so you're not so it may be even cheaper, and you don't have to potentially have to pay for a broker either, from what I remember. Yeah. Oh, hi Anna, how you doing? Yes, dancing in Hell's Kitchen. Yeah. Hell's Kitchen is fun. It's fun. That's a fun, vibrant place to go. You just walk down, I think, 8th or 9th Avenue, and it just bars, and lots of music, and it's just a good vibe. Yes, dancing. Maybe when Omicron is less of a vibe. That's exactly it. Yeah. Until then, homebody vibes for sure. Hello, the Udo Pantograph. Hello. I just moved to Brooklyn from Austin, Texas. Oh, you moved to Brooklyn from Texas? I'm hearing people from Brooklyn and Manhattan moving to Texas. Amazing. Welcome. Still soaking in all the awesomeness of it. Yeah, I feel like it takes a few months of it to really set in, or like a full calendar year to fully grasp the New York experience, right? Like, especially you have to experience the springtime in the parks and the summer times on the disgusting but fun and vibrant beaches, and fall in New York is like 3 weeks long, but it's beautiful. I mean, how is it different from Austin, Texas so far? Like, what are you noticing? Yeah, dancing keeps us young. Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah, everyone connect. Yes, experience all the seasons. Right now, it's the worst of it, I feel like. But October was beautiful. I feel like we had a longer fall this year than normal. I feel like winter started very late this year. I'm about to get like talking at lightning speed because I'm just chugging my coffee. It's really late in the day to have coffee, but I don't care. Cool. Amazing. So what do y'all do for work here? That's what I want to know. What kind of jobs do you do? What do you like doing? What keeps you passionate? Like, or what are your jobs, and then what are your hobbies? Like, what are you working towards for yourself here? Sometimes it's just like getting here is the most exciting thing, and then you're here and it's like, okay, now what? Or you're like sort of playing catch up with bills and student loans, or catching up on rent, and then it's hard to invest time in your passions in your career. I want to take notes from you, so help me out here. Completely different here than Austin, Texas. More culture, which I love, and tons of amazing food. Oh, very cool. I love that. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I've never been to Texas, I guess. So all I have is what I've seen on Instagram and TikTok. But New York is just, there's something different about it. There's a grit to it that I just love. And I hope that never goes away. But yeah, Texas, I always wondered how Austin, Texas would be. I just feel like there's snakes and there's roaches even bigger than the ones we have here. So that would be a big no for me. Have you seen New York? Nico's list of his fave months in New York in order? No, I haven't. Is that a TikTok? Is that like an Instagram? That's so funny. I would love to see that. Yes, y'all connect. I'd be open to a group chat or something. Do y'all have WhatsApp? That would be fun. I always say, like, on my videos, hit me up if you want a friend in New York City. And then I genuinely, I think I probably lost a few connections here because I'm genuinely so bad at actually going out and meeting y'all. I'm so busy right now, and it's just been that way since like the summertime. But God, I mean, if there's a way, this is what this is for. I guess we're doing the best we can. But currently unemployed, kind of in a life pivot. Yeah, definitely. Part of the reason I moved here was to shake it up, and I feel like people here are uninhibited to try new things. Yes, I love it. There's an energy. There's a really positive energy. Hi, your videos are very helpful. I'm planning to move to Manhattan in March. Oh, amazing. Krishna, hello. I'm so glad they're helpful. A lot of the videos I made are pretty ancient. They're like a year old or so. So if there's anything new you want to see, or to see updated information on something, let me know, since you're moving in a couple months. New York Nico's on Instagram. Okay, you need to follow him. He's linked up with the humans. Oh, really? Oh, Humans of New York. I used to follow on Facebook. I didn't actually take it to Instagram, but I haven't had Facebook. I think I deactivated my Facebook like last May or last April, and I've missed that account. Oh, that was so cool. I used to get my mom. No, it was Humans. Yeah, Humans of New York. I used to get my mom the books because she really liked that, and they're like really good conversation starters or coffee table books, definitely, because you just open it up to a random page and then it's someone's random story. But you get so invested in that stuff too. Luis, hello. Worked in architecture firm with goals to later become licensed architect. Whoa. And who knows how long I've been seeing the city from all over the different heights. Wow. That's insane. You got to have some really good pictures of the city. And it's nice because you get the good views without paying like $80 to go to the top of the rock or something. Definitely. Wow, how cool. I never met an architect in New York City. I consider it done, I consider you're working at the firm. It's going to happen for you. Congratulations. That's amazing. What is the coolest viewpoint that you have encountered in your time working at an architecture firm? That's what I want to know. Or what view is better, Empire State, the Rock, or I went to one last weekend with one of my friends. Oh, I'm trying to remember what it was called. Give me a second. I'm looking this up. Bear with me. The summit, the One Vanderbilt summit. And I posted some views from that. Oh God, they were just so beautiful. But I want to know the good ones that you don't have to pay for. That's why we all do these lives. We give each other like the good shit. Wow, yeah. It was just beautiful. I'm gonna cover that. I don't know what's there. Yeah, stunning. It's so romantic, doing that kind of stuff. Yes to group chat. I'm also trying to create community here too. Yeah. Well, somehow we found each other. We found the right place. I don't know how to start group chats, but at least we'll start with Instagram or something. Texas is really hot. Okay, that makes sense. Damn. I was in Detroit before I moved to Texas, and 4 years wasn't enough to get used to the heat. Wow. Oh my God. The one time I was in Detroit, I was delayed, or like I was flying from Seattle to New York, and then the weather was so bad in New York, we had to land in Detroit, and we got like this credit to stay in a hotel in Detroit. I'd never been there, and it just looked like there was nothing there, which is totally fine. But it was just really cold and didn't seem like there was a lot going on. So congrats on leaving Detroit, I guess. No, I'm sure there's wonderful things about Detroit. Don't hate me for saying that. Nice. Yeah, the heat, I can't imagine how hot it gets. And I feel like it doesn't get that much cold. Like it probably gets maybe 30, 40 degrees at its coldest Fahrenheit. That's what I think. I don't know. Wow. It's got to be such an adjustment for you here then, being like 11 degrees. Oh, thanks. Yeah, whatever. Cool. Yay. I prefer the directness of the people in New York than Austin. You know what? That is such a good point. That's when I moved to New York, I felt like I was very timid and very people pleasing, and I was afraid to hurt people's feelings, and I just felt like kind of in my shell. And being around people who are just bold and know what they want, and they know how to say it, and they don't really care what result they're going to get, but they just have expressed themselves. Like there's not as much passive aggressiveness as I've seen in other places. So yes, that is huge. And that alone is enough to make someone want to stay in the city, at least for me. I love the directness. You're so right. You're looking for a marketing firm. Oh, cool. But I'm trying to do more of my photography hobby. That's so cool. What camera do you have? So my weekends are filled with lots of exploring in cities and pictures. That is so cool. I bet you don't even have to have a nice camera, or maybe you do, but the new iPhones, if anyone has a new iPhone, let me know if it's worth it, because I still have the one with the one camera, and it's just the photo quality, it's declining. I've had it for like 2.5 years or something like that, and I need a new phone, but is it worth it? So my weekends are filled with pictures and cities and exploring. Oh, I love that. It's a hot mess in Detroit. Okay. I'm glad I got the right vibe. I DM'd you the most recent post from Nico on Instagram FYI. Oh, cool. Okay. Oh, yay. Okay. I got the notification. Cool. Thanks. I'll check it out. I really like I have breakfast here and it's now cold because y'all are so engaging. Already 30 minutes has gone by. Like, what the crap? This is a nice way to spend the Sunday. I'm pretty antisocial on Sundays. This is kind of nice. Do y'all see? You know, one thing you got to do when you live here is buy yourself flowers. This became a thing during quarantine for me, and it just really brightens up my space. And these ones are 2 weeks old, so they're like not looking too great anymore. But I think they're calla lilies. These ones from Trader Joe's. It's always worth the extra $3.99 a week to have a little bundle of joy sitting on your table, especially when you don't have a lot of home decor. So it's very, I don't know. It's a nice treat yourself thing, and it's so small. Especially if you go to the farmers markets in Union Square, is the one that I like the most. But there's so many more in Brooklyn, and so many more even in Harlem. Upper West Side, I know, has a few too. Pick yourself up some flowers. Pick yourself up some flowers. You have a Sony camera. Oh, okay. So I feel like the Sony cameras, yeah, it's the big ones with the removable lenses. Is that right? Yeah. So use your phone. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. I don't know. I don't know how that would compare. I feel like it's just a totally different ballpark from using the iPhone to take pictures. Like I know now, if you wanted to start a YouTube channel, you you don't need a nice camera to do it. Like the professional can't leave the professional cameras to the professionals like yourself. So, but I started filming on my iPhone, and the reason I got, let's see which one I have it here. I have my Canon. That's not like, it's like a very good starting YouTube camera. Very point and shoot, and you can't remove this. And then there's no port for your microphone, but it has more memory space than my phone. I probably would have still used my phone if it wasn't for the storage space. Like I couldn't film a whole video and my phone would be like, stop. It would cut off the video recording. And so I had to get something like this. But I'm looking to get something different, something new. And I know there's some like other good Canon models out there. But I think I want to wait till I hit a certain amount of subscribers before. Like this does the job. This is exactly what I need it to be right now. And it's still in really good condition. I take really good care of it. But the sound is just so bad. So I have to use an external mic every time I film, which it's just an extra step. It's not the worst thing ever. But let's see. Let me show you my gear. Here we go. So I use this mic. It's on my little 3-prong cam. This is actually supposed to go. This came with my Canon G7X and a little tripod, but I use it for my microphone. So it's like one of these little guys. I think I'm supposed to protect this part of it, but I don't. But the sound quality is really good. Oh, hi, more people. Krishna, hey Chelsea, would you recommend East Harlem or other areas of Harlem? I think they're kind of unsafe, but some say they're cool. I'm looking for a studio apartment under $1,500 a month, March onwards. Well, if I leave this apartment, you can have mine. I live in Central Harlem, though. I'm not in East Harlem. But yeah, I would say it's like not the safest. I'd say like getting off. I wouldn't live off of 125th Street. I feel like that street is just the least safest street I've ever been on in the whole city. So don't live off of 125th. Like 116th area too is kind of like, but I'd say go further up. I'm not going to say exactly where I live, but go a little further up and it's a bit more low key. There's more schools, more neighborhood, less like bumping, like speakers and cars kind of thing. But 1,500, I think it's possible, but it might be kind of difficult now. A lot of studios are more expensive than that, so maybe like 1,700 range would be more likely. But if I ever leave here, I'll find you. I'll give you my apartment because it's $1,450. What's up, Andrea? How are you? Out of topic, but everyone talks about the magic of New York. No, it's not off topic. Where are the places you find the most magical in the city? That's so good. You know what? a lot of the waterfronts. And okay, well, I've seen videos of people walking all the way from 207th Street all the way at the tip of Manhattan, right before you get to the Bronx. And they walk all the way down to the other tip of Manhattan, the south tip. But on that route, there's so many different parks, waterfront walks, places to ride your bike, so many hidden gems. It really feels like you're just in a different place. Like you feel like you're upstate New York or somewhere different. So I think that like route is magical along the west side. I really like. But specifically the West Side Highway is beautiful because you get a view of a more close view of all the buildings on the skyline just from being near the water and then looking south, and then you see the Trade Center Memorial Building, and then it's stunning, especially at night. And there's benches along there. It's just great if you want to like bring a bottle of bubbles and put it in a bag and just like chill with some friends. It's like a great place to do that. But also, Dumbo, Brooklyn is really magical too. I mean, it has a carousel there. Like, what more magic do you need? But I took my mom there when she came here, and you can get there by ferry. You can get there just by like walking from the train from Brooklyn, but it's unbeatable. And there's a Shake Shack, so I think that's magical. My friend just got a small Canon M50. Oh, M50. That's a good camera. And you're right. There's so many smaller options to start with these days. Nice. Very nice. M50, I think, is what I was looking to upgrade to, but I couldn't remember the name. Very nice. Someone took their message away. Okay. Krishna, how cool. I'll take your apartment. Thanks for the advice. I'll probably be here for a while, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I honestly really recommend a boat tour around Manhattan. Oh, cool. My favorite is through the classic cruise line. Kind of pricey and maybe more fun in spring and summer, but it's so cool. Huh. That's so interesting. Is that the one that's near Financial District that you go toward the pier side? And then that's where all like the party boats are. I feel like I've seen some of those at some points, but yeah, it's like fun if you want to do a birthday thing or like a bachelorette thing or some stuff like that. What's up, y'all? I got 12 people here. Hey. I love it. Joseph, hello, Chelsea. I was wondering if the bridges have bicycle lanes. Yeah, they do. Mm-hmm. All the ones that I've been on do. And there's places to like walk. And I think the walk and bicycle might be the same lane depending on the bridge. But yeah, definitely options to ride your bike over bridges. Astoria Park. Ooh, I've never been there. It has beautiful scenery, and Roosevelt Island is also nice to take a stroll. Great suggestions. Roosevelt Island. Still have not been there. Astoria Park. Astoria is a hidden gem. Absolutely. I've never been to the park, but I just from being in Astoria, I just feel like that's a great suggestion. Astoria is a great neighborhood to live if you're looking for good community. If I didn't want to live in Greenpoint, I would move to Astoria, definitely. Oh, that's so nice. Thanks for answering. What's up, Andrea? Thanks for talking to me. By pricey, I mean like 75. Oh, she's talking about the boat tours. 75. Okay. And I wonder if that like includes drinks or if that's just to get on the boat, Sometimes I don't want to get on a boat. I was going to make a really bad joke. I might say it anyway, but you're like getting tipsy on a boat. Like literally on a tipsy boat, getting tipsy. I'm here all day, y'all. Is it worth paying the unlimited Metro card? That's a good question. I think, but pre-pandemic, it was more worth it for me. You have to. I think it equates to 12 rides. So if you're going to ride the subway more than 12 times a week, then it's definitely worth it. But I actually stopped buying the unlimited, and I just scan my credit card. I do the Apple Pay thing on my phone. I scan my phone. Because I don't ride the subway more than maybe 10 times, I think 10 max. So it shows up as separate charges on my credit card, which is annoying, but I don't know. And some weeks are different than others. Like if you're going to need multiple stops per day, then get the unlimited. But I only get the weekly unlimited because I I bought the monthly one time and I lost the card after a week, and that was enough for me to never want to buy it again. It's not worth like saving $5 because then you have to pay again. You just lost like $130. So Brooklyn Botanic Gardens. You know what? New York is so full of gems. It's so great. Brooklyn Botanic Gardens. I've never been to that botanical garden, but I've been to the Bronx Botanical Garden, and that was stunning. I went in the snow, and I was there and saw when they had the train exhibit too. So these mini trains like going through. They're so cute, so nice. Lovely suggestion. And there are some beautiful steps that takes you to some nice scenery in Prospect Park. Oh, cool. Okay. Everyone screenshot these conversations. These are great resources. Okay, the boat tour started at Chelsea Pier. Oh, nice. Oh, Javits Center. Okay, cool. Lovely suggestion. I have to try that. The boat tour I took was narrated by someone from the Architectural Institute of America. Nice. Okay, cool. I don't know why I assumed it was a party boat. So that's a good like tourist thing, or if you just moved here and you want to know some more, I feel like that's, or if you've been here for a while, you don't know anything about the city. Great suggestion. I always think that life is so funny. Wouldn't you agree? I would. If you look at life from a lighthearted perspective like that, everything's hilarious. If you're stressed at work, it's just a hilarious situation. You know, you got to be like, just got to laugh it off. So I would agree. Yeah. What's the shortest amount of time you've found an apartment when apartment searching? I think my situation is a bit special, but when I was apartment searching before, it was more like room searching. So I was finding on Facebook, I think at the time it was called Gypsy Housing, and then there's New York Room and Housing. I haven't been on Facebook in so long, I don't remember, but I do have on one of my FAQ New York videos, I show all the websites that I find on Facebook. But with those, it's like subletting, roommates trying to find another roommate, stuff that's already leased. And so they're looking for someone to move in that week. So there are a couple times where my sublet agreement was ending and I needed to find somewhere. And some of the best rooms to sublet, they show up a week before you're supposed to move in. So it's pretty stressful because you don't know where you're going to go. But if you don't have a lot of stuff, then I usually find things within like a week. If I'm just subletting and I don't have to go through the broker process and the lease signing process, and that would be way too stressful. But for this apartment, I think I found this after 2 weeks of searching. So it didn't take me that long, but you really got to be quick. And if you like it, I mean, this was I think this might've been the only one I saw. I'm trying to remember. I saw another one. I saw another one on the Upper East Side that was the same price range. And I saw this the second one, and then I just went for it. And I'm glad I did. Can anyone suggest where to find apartments besides StreetEasy? Ooh, that's a good one. Craigslist. We had Christine left a comment earlier about I'm scrolling up because I have a memory of a goldfish, y'all, called Listings Project. Check out Listings Project. It looks like this. Can you see that? No, sorry, I don't know. But it's a email group that emails every Wednesday. We learned different postings and listings that are buy owner apartments and people just really trying to re-rent their place or like continue a lease or something like that instead of having to re-sign a new lease, you know. So yay, Listings Project. Oh, she was already on that. Bro. Go, Christine. But Craigslist I found has some hidden gems, but there's way more scams than gems, so just be careful about that. Nice. Y'all don't even need me. A studio in Dumbo in 53rd Street for $1,800. That sounds amazing. Okay, great, because I'll be in New York Airbnb for a week and giving myself a week to find a sublet. Good. Okay. Yeah, I think that's definitely doable, but you know, just sometimes it's all about being in the right place at the right time, really, and doing more stuff like this. Like, I feel like maybe a live, once I got enough people to get on these lives where it would be worth it for everyone to like be a part of it. It's all about people trying to make connections and find roommates and stuff. I think that would be a cool idea, but I don't have enough enough people in the lives yet to be worth your while, but that would be a cool idea. Oh my gosh, don't be sorry. The chat, this is why I'm doing this, so that y'all can help each other. I'm just here. Like, the only difference is that I'm on the video and then y'all are in the comments instead, but this is an equal playing field. Oh, cool. You think that's a good idea? Okay, cool. So if for some reason my channel ends up doing like well, then I'll definitely do that. Wow, I'm just still dreaming about that 1800s studio in Dumbo. Damn. I need more money. How do I get more money? Gosh, I love this. This chat has made my day. What are y'all doing the rest of the day? I was thinking of, it's still really cold outside. How warm did it get? It didn't. Okay, we're up to 23 Fahrenheit. That's pretty good. But I really want to go get some more clothes because I'm running out of sweaters. Like all my sweaters, I have like a couple good ones, and then the rest of them have falling apart because I bought them at Forever 21 like forever ago, and I don't shop there anymore. So I need to like do something to, when you need like a boost and some like retail therapy. That's kind of where I'm at. You need some new earrings, maybe like a stop in Sephora. I'm saying this as if I have money to spend, but those weekends where you just got to treat yourself. That's where I'm at. And then I'm gonna sit and probably read. Has anyone been watching Euphoria? Because one of my girls from work, she is trying to wait to watch Euphoria until it's completely out. So that way you don't have to wait a week in between each episode. But I'm trying to do that with her, but it's really difficult. And I think I don't have the HBO Max subscription. I think it's on HBO Max. So I want to wait to get the subscription, like the week or 30-day subscription until all the episodes are out. So then I can really just binge watch it all and then not have to pay for a whole subscription. I'm so glad I saw the notification for this live. Yeah. Hell yeah. This has been awesome. How much do you pay electric per month? I pay around $60. $60. When it's like December and I have my Christmas tree up, and this is battery operated. So it's like when you have all the lights and everything's plugged in all the time, it's like 65, 70. But in the summertime, I would say it's like more $45, $50. Did you and mom visit the theater? And did she think your microphone was your taser gun? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. But I guess the microphone that I showed earlier could look like a taser, but it ain't. It's not. And have eyes on the Dumbo studio too. Get it. Krishna, don't sleep on it. If you like it, get it. It'll be gone. It'll be gone. That's the thing. I don't know. Is it like this? And is it like this in other places, like in Detroit or in Austin? Like, do apartments really go that quickly there too, or is this just a New York thing? Because where I've lived in, I grew up in Oregon until I was 18, and then I moved to Seattle for school, and I lived there until I was like 24. I think I was there for like 6 years, and then I moved to New York after a bit of travel. So I don't know any other housing market other than Pacific Northwest and New York. But I want to know what it's like. I don't think I'll live in New York forever, so I want to know. I want to know what it's like. But would they let me reserve 2 months in advance? Ooh, sorry. Yeah, I forgot that you were moving in March. You'd have to pay. Yeah, you couldn't reserve it, but they would like hold it for you if you paid for the months that you weren't going to be there. It's competitive in Portland, Oregon. Right. I remember this. So yes. So yeah, you're from Oregon too, but not as crazy there. I see things rented within a day. It's wild. Yeah. Okay. So it's not just here. I think maybe all main cities. I know there's a lot of supply, not enough demand in Austin, so it's very easy to get an apartment. Very interesting. Wow. So you can like take your time to view places and really like weigh all your options before choosing the right space for you. When here it's like a rat race. You see some place that doesn't have bugs, and then you're like, I want it. It's mine. Krishna, I recommend you like the building on Street Easy. Yeah, okay. Love it. Love it. Christine, you should have a YouTube channel. You're good at this stuff. The housing market in Austin is very competitive, though. Okay. That's what I thought because I knew a lot of people were moving there, but outside of Austin, I forget that Texas, you can fit like, you can probably fit like 1,000 New York cities in Texas. So nice. You can get notifications. Yeah, this is true. You can get notifications from building you saved, like when a new apartment in that building comes up on Street Easy. Yes, that is true. Great suggestion. I'm trying to think of any other apartment resources for y'all, but those are the ones that I've used. Yeah, Craigslist and subletting. Like, I don't have much more experience with that. This is the first apartment that I've ever leased. Yeah, Chatty. You should start a YouTube channel. What's the harm in that? I know YouTube is such a saturated platform these days, but what's one more person, you know? And if you're likable and people trust you and you have something to offer, if you're a master of something or a skill, or you know a lot about a certain topic and you have like your own niche, go for it. It's easy. If you have a Mac, you already got a movie done. And if you don't have a Mac, then there's like a lot of free editing programs. Oh, okay. The studio I saw them was 53rd Bridge Street. Nice. You can't be giving these details away, Catherine, or otherwise people are gonna get the apartment. They're gonna steal the apartment. I live in the city, and John, what's up, John Doe? That's a great name. I live in the city, and the streets feel cold and desolate. Networking is harder with the surging pandemic. Oh, 100%. 100%. I feel like all networking is taking place virtually now, or more so than normal. Absolutely. And a lot of places to network are, from my experience, like happy hours after work. And now that people are not going out and doing that kind of stuff, like, how do you meet people? How do you network? I consider this sort of networking too. Like, yeah, the winter in New York during pandemic is a very desolate time. That's for sure. I feel it's better than it was last year, but still rough. We had a 4-bedroom house. Oh, in Austin. And we had to shrink that shit down to a 2-bedroom Brooklyn sized apartment. Oof. Oof. We ended up selling 80% of our belongings, and I was so glad for that declutter. Yeah, I mean, there you go. Sometimes downsizing is the best thing you can possibly do for yourself. That's impressive, though. Wow, a 2-bedroom or a 4-bedroom house to a 2-bedroom Brooklyn. Good for you. Craigslist is a good source, but like you said, watch for scams. Okay, cool. So I'm glad other people agree with that, because sometimes I feel crazy for suggesting Craigslist. What's up, Andrea? Chelsea, have you tried Hungry Ghost Coffee? No, they're amazing and have a couple stores around the city. I hope you do another video. Coffee shops. Oh, cool. Oh, cool. Black coffee because oh, that's so sweet. I'm glad you tried out one of the coffee shops that I tried out. Oh, that's amazing. Hungry Ghost Coffee. Let's check it out. I'm only going to be on for a few more minutes, so if you have any more questions, I'll spit fire, but I want to check out this coffee. So, Hungry Coffee. Hungry Ghost Coffee. Ooh. Oh, nice. So if I ever lived in, it's in Greenpoint. So if I ever lived in Greenpoint, I'd be all about that. Oh, that looks cute. Oh, just sitting in a coffee shop is something I miss doing. That's a great recommendation. Thank you. If I find more coffee shops, I will tag you. And if I make a new coffee shop video and I go to that one, I'll tag you, or I do in it. I feel you on the networking. I was so excited to find a job here in the old-fashioned way, and then Omicron. Yeah. Yep. It's a totally different world out there right here. A totally different. You have to re-strategize. Like, there's so many people, but it's just a disconnect, and it's hard to find the right places to connect when you can't do it so much in person. Even I feel like working remote, I'm honestly not a huge fan of working remote, because part of what I love about work environment is the person-to-person contact and the community. And that's what makes a job worth it to me. And that's why I liked waiting tables, because you're just around people all the time. While it can get exhausting, it's constant networking, but it doesn't feel like it. But when you're working remotely, it's just you. And it's nice to be home, but like, I would never leave. I know myself, I would never leave if I only worked remotely. Nice. Yeah. Christine, Andrea, sorry if I've been saying your name wrong. You should start a channel 100%. Oh my gosh. Do you have a favorite area in Brooklyn? Yeah. I mean, for different reasons. I didn't have a great experience in Bushwick, but I really did like the vibe there. The bars are really cool, really cheap. But Greenpoint, Brooklyn, I really like. And Williamsburg, I really like. I haven't been to, let's see, Crown Heights, I enjoyed. I feel like it's not, you don't feel the safest when you're there, but it's New York. When are you going to feel the safest? It's like I feel like Crown Heights vibe, maybe I'm wrong, from when I lived there like 3 years ago for only a month, but I feel like it's a similar vibe to Astoria or even maybe Greenpoint, just because it has everything you need there and you don't have to come into the city. Lots of job opportunities too. Fort Greene and Bed-Stuy have been such great vibes. Nice. Very nice. Bed-Stuy. Bed-Stuy is right near Bushwick, isn't it? Fort Greene. Never been to Fort Greene. Love it. I feel enlightened after this. How do y'all feel? If you want to do like more of these, let me know. I'm happy to facilitate. This has been amazing. I'm gonna be on for another 3 minutes. So shoot me any questions you got. Anything. I'm fired up. I'm caffeinated. I'm ready to go. Wow, this has been cool. I'm really impressed with the amount of comments. I love it. Nice. How's the renting market right now in New York? It is definitely more competitive. I think we're back to pre-pandemic competitive prices. I can't speak. But it's definitely still as cutthroat. I don't feel like it ever got less cutthroat, but the prices went down. So yeah, it's definitely, if you like something, jump on it. But the prices are still like they normally were, very high and ridiculous. Sunday life. Oh, nice. Wait, did you just tag me in something? That's so cool. I don't know. I've never seen something like that. I'm not that good with technology. I'm in my 30s now. I'm falling behind. I'm glad I stumbled upon this. Have a great rest of the day, everyone. And you, Chelsea. Yeah, this has been really pleasant. Thanks. The Udo photograph. Thanks, Christine, Catherine, IK, everybody who's joined today. I am going to jump off. So while we're leaving, let's leave on a high, everybody. Have a great rest of your weekend. And find me on Instagram if you have more questions at chell.cal. Or if you didn't get that, it's on just go to my channel page and the link is there. So, and then if you have more suggestions, let's do another one. So have lovely. Oh, just a funny announcement for it. Oh, okay, cool. We're on the same page now. So nice to be here with everyone in this space. Have a great day. Y'all the best. Have a good one. Bye. End stream. Here we go.